Start a late rally, sending stocks soaring. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closing up 430 points. The S&P 500 posting gains of 4.75%. The Nasdaq also much higher. Deborah Kostroun has the details from the New York Stock Exchange. Deborah.
Thanks a lot, Pimm. And what a roller coaster ride on Wall Street today. Of course, the market starting off the day with a lot of buying because, of course, a lot of traders coming in today and saying, hey, the market is so cheap. They saw a bargain, so they did lots of buying, snapping up stocks, a lot of bargain hunting, and a lot of buying going on. But then, of course, we got the Fed statement at 2:15, and that's when we saw lots of gyrations in the market, only finally to end sharply higher, lots of buying at the end of the day. And the Fed confirming, of course, what many of us already realized, that the economy is growing slower than expected. And because of that weak economy, they're going to be keeping those interest rates low until mid-2013. And the big question here is, will this rally continue? Well, a lot of traders tell me that the past 12 days, it's a very rare market condition. But typically, we do see a violent rally like we saw today. And unfortunately, that's usually followed by retesting those lows. So maybe the market could be headed lower once again here, Pimm.
Now, Deborah, a big turnaround in all stocks, but particularly if you take a look at banks, financial stocks.
Right, those financials, those were the biggest gainers in the S&P. And if you take a look at a one-day chart of the financials, you can see just an amazing turnaround. This was after plunging 10% yesterday. Citigroup leading the pack up 10%. And also, remember all that hoopla yesterday, Bank of America losing 20%. Well, they were back up in today's session, up 17%. And Bank of America's CFO telling Nomura analysts that the bank will not have to raise capital to deal with higher capital standards. And another quick note about crude oil. We've been talking about it. We talked about it yesterday. Well, it was another big story today, closing at $79 a barrel and falling to a 10-month low. Pimm, now back to you.
Thank you very much. Deborah Kostroun reporting from the New York Stock Exchange.